It is exactly 8 o'clock and we are live. Oh, 7 o'clock, sorry. It's
because we are, as always, British-based, so...
Yep.
Nobody would have noticed it because nobody's watching it.
Exactly. Let's see if the title is correct. Because... yeah.
You might as well just say the N-word without anybody noticing.
Yep, it is. Good evening, JB. JB always being the first one in the stream. And I think we can ready up, or can we?
Yes we can. Did you ever have it before, that we had F3 start exactly on time without any issues?
Yeah.
Because I remember it being very different at the start of the season.
Yep. It was very different at the start of the season. But... Michael McCurg, that is Michael F1, I think. Good evening, Michael, and good luck, obviously, to JB as well.
Yeah.
There's this.
Manu says he has a special helmet for me.
Oh.
Looking forward to seeing it. I think you already showed it in the general chat, if it's the same one.
Obviously, your last race as a commentator. At least for this season. Maybe next season, we will never know.
You know, in fact, at this point I'm not even sure anymore how long my basic training is gonna last. Some sources say 12 weeks, other sources say 6 weeks. But anyway, we're not here to talk about me, we're here to talk about F3. And of course, far more important news this week, the passing of the beloved founder of the Williams F1 racing team, Sir Frank Williams, who's passed, I think it was on Sunday morning. So for that, across all tiers, we will be having 1 minute of silence in memory of Sir Frank Williams.
Yeah. There.
Ivo Ajax didn't get the memo, I think. Although, to be fair, we did start the minute about 30 seconds before the session began, so... But yeah, it would have bent nicer to see him ride like everybody else. I think we have another
Exactly.
question to train.
No.
Oh, he's just going very slowly.
Ivo already apologized in the chat. But that wasn't very smart from you, my man. I think we've pinged multiple times, so
Yeah, and he even told me after my second ping, yeah, we know. A little bit of memory fade for him. But anyway.
Do I need to retire, he says? Nah, you don't. I don't know, man.
Nah, you don't have to retire. You will probably get a penalty point then for that. But
Yep.
you don't have to retire.
But anyway, it is intermediate conditions. Very interesting to see. Very interesting to see. Like, I think this is only the second time this season that we are having intermediate conditions in qualifying. So Any predictions?
I was going in. I actually don't know. I remember that Charlie said in the R3 chat that he's very fast in the rain. So maybe Charlie could be on for decent qualifying performance, maybe cold. Of course, we got the two Aston Martins who are incredibly fast lately. The two Williams who've been fast all season. So I'll just say that the top 5 will probably consist of both Aston Martins, both Williams, and Charlie, possibly for a surprise pole.
Yep, and just don't rule out the Haas cars in the rain, because they are very fast in the rain. But anyway, for me, I think it will be Charlie on pole position. He is a very fast rain driver in the wet. And then Arno maybe P2. He's just very, very consistent, and he is lightning fast. With Reckler in P3 then.
That's not too far off. Something very interesting is we've had a couple guys go into the box directly after their in lap. So say directly after the out lap. Could it be that they see something about the conditions changing, maybe getting better, maybe getting worse? Because we've seen Ajax go in, we've seen FNC or Tom go in. We had another 2 cars go in, but I'm not quite sure who it was.
To be really honest, they were the 2 guys who went out in the 1 minute of silence and the 1 minute of no driving. So I think they just decided to go in as Michel van Dungen retired in the pit. Where did he retire? In the pit lane or on the main straight? Oh, he has a qualifying ban. Sorry.
Did he have a qualifying ban for Pentecost?
No POV, I think.
Yeah, you're right. Completely forgot.
Anyway, Atek is the first man out on track here. He's now coming through the back straight. Oh, Scar is the first one.
Yeah, but he's hustling it towards the pits. Why is everybody going for the pits?
Well, maybe Atek's the first man to set a lap time then. Let's see. This is a really, really tough part on the track.
Yeah.
Like, traction zone in the dry is already really hard in this third sector, and then on the intermediate conditions it's gonna be even worse.
I think this quality session, if you have a dry race, this quality session will be able to tell us a lot about different people's setups. If you see people going faster, probably are carrying more wing, as Arno just bests Atek's time by almost a second. If you see people going very fast, then that would suggest that they are running very high wing, which is obviously beneficial in the second and last sector, but will slow them down on the main straight. Those that struggle will probably be running more of a straight line setup. So yeah, this quality session really could tell us a lot about how people have approached this track setup wise. But yeah, as you said, this final sector already with the chicane, where one of the other Taurus is coming through now. I think that's Tom who came through there. It is very hard because on the left hand you have a slight crest that you have to cross and the blind apex. You can easily lose the back end. So yeah, it's going to be very challenging in the wet for those guys to stay on track, to stay on the racing line, and to find a good lap time.
Yep, as Charlie retired, as what? Okay. Well, anyway, JB now.
Charlie had to qualify as well. I just remembered. He had the same incident for which Van Dungen didn't send him.
Interesting. So we're gonna see.
About that before putting him for pole.
Oh yeah, Charlie confirms it in the chat. I have a qualifying ban.
That's embarrassing. I was even in the same stewards meeting that gave him the qualifying ban. I don't know why I didn't remember that.
Well, let's see. This obviously is a big chance for all the championship contenders to gain even more, as Biolo, our championship leader, is driving around with no front wing. And going on board with him, look at this. It is dry.
Ooh,
it's not raining anymore.
Matey Boy has lost it, and you're right, it's not raining anymore. I've seen Ajax being on softs in the pits for a few minutes now. Ajax is also saying in the comment section, if he retires, will he not get a penalty? Ajax, you will get a penalty point anyway, so you might as well just go out and try to deliver a decent qualifying performance.
Yep.
Yeah, I think in a couple minutes, probably like towards the final stint of qualifying, we could see people come out onto the English. Come out on the softs and try to put in one fast lap in the dry.
I think it's already dry enough for the... I don't know actually.
I think it's still like a bit slippery. If you go on board with JB, it isn't ideal for the intermediates right now, but he is able to post a 44.4, so...
What's the delta?
It's not terrible.
What's the delta between the softs and the intermediates? I think it's either 9 or 12 seconds, so... I think it's ready for softs, but Arno thinks others of it. He's gonna go out on a new set of intermediate tires.
I mean, he might as well, because if the track is gonna dry up, the best conditions will be towards the end of the qualifying session anyway. He just has to be careful that he doesn't stuff it into the wall, as Ruben is going very right in turn 1.
As I see Biolo in the pit lane on the medium tire, so that's interesting to say the least.
I think usually around tracks that are like 1 minute 30, the delta between the softs and the inters are about 11 to 13 seconds, so yeah, they are far away from the softs.
DRS is enabled, so I think that's a sign of dry tires.
Yeah, must be. So surely everybody's gonna dive into the pits now. We just have an Alpine that just finished the lap. That was Ball Boy, 1.6 seconds off the pace. Still not terrible, but it's definitely time for softs now. And surely everybody will be coming into the pits now.
Yep, the AlphaTauri of Tom stayed out though, but he was about to set his first lap time, so it's smart. Oh, a scar is in the wall.
But he did manage to set a decent lap time at least.
Yeah, at least.
Slight front wing damage.
I mean, I don't want to say slight front wing damage. He has no front wing anymore, and he'll have to do.
Comes on, I only saw half his front wing. Oh no, you're right. Yeah.
He'll have to do a complete lap without a front wing, and he has to be quick because it's soft conditions. Biolo is the first man out on track on softs. Let's see on board with him how that is. Work out or not. Obviously, real life F1 a bit of the same. Like, we had intermediate rainy conditions, and then it went onto softs for the last like 8 minutes, and there were some guys who were going early for softs because.
Wasn't it the other way around in Russia?
What?
Wasn't it the other way around in Russia? Ah, no, you mean
in the qualifying? Yeah, in the qualifying.
Yeah, the qualifying wasn't that, yeah. In the race we had the opposite as Ball Boy. Ah, no, I thought it crashed, he just made place for Bolo. But you can see how Bolo is still very careful on the throttle and all that. He knows that the track is gonna improve, so I think this is just gonna be a banker lap to kinda get used to the dry but still slippery conditions. Let's see what time he can post.
Let's hope he has some fuel with him as well, because I think like the tire wear is so low, you can just push for some laps. But let's see, going into turn 1, braking at the 100 meter board it seems like, so clipping a lot of inside curb there. I don't know if that's ideal for him, but then again, taking a wide line through turn 3, in my... Yep, he's even drifting a bit wide there. In my opinion, I think it's better to stay very close to the entire turn 3, but then again, Sector 1 is complete, 5.5 seconds improvement for him. Let's go into Sector 2. This is just a very hard sector as Arno improves on the intermediate tires, so is it maybe still Inters? I don't know.
I think it's just on the crossover point, but I mean, Bodo is 5 seconds faster than his first time. If he keeps us going, it should be about 3 seconds faster than Arno, perhaps.
Anyway, he's now gonna come through the second sector split. Let's see, he's 11 seconds up, so it's definitely soft tire conditions. Did Arno make a mistake? Let's see. Biolo now coming through the third sector here. This is gonna be tough for him. Cold, soft tires on a semi-wet track still. Let's see what he can do. He gets it relatively clean though. Doesn't invalidate his lap time. Just a very decent lap for him. 36.5, so it's definitely dry.
Yeah. But you could see throughout the lap, I don't know if it's because of the front wing that he's running or because of the track, but I think it's because of the track. He has a lot of understeer through a lot of corners, as you see him miss turn 1 completely. Sorry, turn 2 actually. So you have a front tire seemingly struggling to get up to temperature. As you said, this track is quite easy on the tires, so you could try to go for a second push lap. You just validated. But yeah, some guys might be trying to go for 2 warm-up laps and then 1 push lap just to get the temperature into the front tires.
Yep, I think he had some track evolution as well on his lap though, because you saw in the first sector he was really struggling with the understeer, but it got a bit better throughout the middle, and this last sector as did his loop goes to provisional pole. Scenes here in Russia.
Everybody's going to improve. R16 is on the lap as well. JB starting the lap.
I mean, he's definitely going to be there in first position for 30 seconds though, so...
Yeah.
Quickly get the phones out to make any photos or pictures and screenshots and... But...
Has Luke ever stood on pole that far through qualifying?
I think if he is the first man out on track, he should, but... I don't know, man. Anyway, well, he's still on personal pole. Imagine if everyone just doesn't get the lap time in.
We have Oliver... Oh no, who is it? Oliver's coming in from pits. Who's the first? Yeah,
R16 is the first one. He's gonna improve a lot though. Oh, he's definitely smashing this. Watch this.
Just about.
Just about. 3.4 seconds. So we are getting to the full dry conditions, because I think 33s are, well, not really good for F3 in terms of pace, but we are slowly getting there as Matey Boy gets to provisional P2.
So JB is the next who's going to cross the line, followed closely by Ajax, I think it is. Oh no, sorry, it's
this Luke goes again to P2, so what am I seeing here as JB goes to provisional pole?
Yeah, the track is improving rapidly right now. As you can see, a lot of cars now leading with this.
Reckler up to P3. I see Arno is at the end of sector 2, so he has about a minute left, and it's okay, 1 minute 50 on the clock, so he is gonna get to the line on time. But Scar, the next one, Scar is on the medium tire. I don't know what kind of strategy that is, but well,
maybe he's hoping that people will struggle so much on the slippery surface that they make mistakes, and he benefit from that.
Yeah, but I think looking at the track improvement and the times, it's full dry at the moment.
Yeah. As Cassidy left the session, I tried to send him another invite.
Yep. As Tom goes now to provisional pole, it's hard to keep up with everything because it's a lot of cars on track at this point, but R16 next man to start his lap time. Who is the next one? I think it's Jacko. Or no, it's Ballboy who's gonna start a lap. Then it is Arno who's gonna start his lap now. So this will be his only run for Arno. Let's see if he can get the times he was doing before. A lot of pressure on his shoulder. He takes a very short line through sector 1, but we're gonna switch on to the other drivers who are finishing their laps. As Alpha King goes up to P1 with 28 seconds remaining. It's very busy in the last corner. It is Luke now starting his final run. Rekka going to P2. He isn't going to make another run. Oh, Tom with a big crash. I was slightly on board with that. Oh, it's so busy on track. Look at this. Everyone is just about getting the line, and I think that is everyone on their final run. First car across the line is Ifo Ajax. He cuts the whole last sector, and he is done for this qualifying. Next is Etzex. He is a full second up.
Oh, Etzex could be going a professional pole here, surely. He just has to stick those final 3 corners. I've invited Cassidy and Ruben again. Hopefully they'll be able to join.
Oh, there we go.
Goes fastest, Arno though. Now also in the final sector, just behind Ballboy.
Ballboy now goes up to P3. Wow. But I think there's gonna be a lot of people improving as Arno goes to a 30.6. Well, a 1.1 second clear of the P2 at this point, but Alpha King now, oh, he's on an improvement.
Yeah, he's not gonna make it, I think, unless he has a perfect front corner. No, he doesn't.
Oh, look at this. Mano's gonna get P2, so it's a... what? Again? Is it gonna be a 1-2 again for the Aston Martin team, or is anyone gonna throw some...
What can Jacko do? Oh, Jacko loses the cross the line, goes 4th fastest.
Oh, as Biolo goes second, so Biolo is trying to prevent Arno from gaining big time on him as Michael F1 goes up to P4. And then Oliver goes up to P12 with his one and only run in qualifying, and that's it. It's qualifying over. Look at how close it is, apart from Arno. Just don't look at Arno.
The track was improving so quickly, it is really surprisingly close.
Yep. It's really close. But then again, it's Arno on top here in Russia for, I think it's already the 4th time in a row he gets pole position, so he could either smash mine or Montana's record for getting the most pole positions in a row. But anyway, Biolo gets P2, Sadio Mano gets P3, and now the table is gone, so I'll have to wait a bit, but look at this.
Might be in 4th, but I don't remember the rest. But yeah, it is, as I said, surprisingly given how big the track evolution was.
Cassidy has luckily joined. Oh, Ruben has left as well.
He just joined again. I will invite him again in a second.
Ruben had some problems last week as well, but anyway. Michael F1 in P4, Etzex in P5, Jacko P6, Alpha King in P8, Ballboy in P8, sorry, Alpha King in P7. Ballboy with a pretty good performance for his standards.
Both Alpines.
Rechter in P9, Tom P10, Didis Luke P11, Oliver P12, JB P13, Mateyboy P14, Evo in P15, Cassidy, Scar, Ruben, Van Dungen and Charlie. In that order, all on a intermediate run or with a qualifying ban. Oh, it's completely dry in the race. It's very sunny as well out there.
So beautiful conditions then. Of course, I think almost everybody set their lap time on soft, so we'll definitely have the first half of the field starting on with soft tires. You told me earlier that a one-stop should easily be possible due to the low wear of this track. But how long do you think it will take for mediums to become faster than the softs?
Yeah, I literally have no clue, but like, like I haven't done any practice apart from 2 laps today, but I just know the tire wear is really low at Russia. I think you can do like a lot of laps on the softs, but ideally you want to pit in lap 8 or something to go 19 laps on the mediums, because the mediums have so low wear. I think you could drive from here to Britain with the hard tires, like it's insane.
Okay. I would have expected something like a 10 and 16 strategy, like 10 laps on the softs, 16 on the mediums, but if the mediums are really that great, then yeah, we could probably do about 18 to 20 laps, something like that. We have 27 laps in total. I thought it was 26, which was surprised. But yeah, strategy-wise, let's see what everybody has in terms of tires. Top 10 obviously on softs. Behind them, a lot of medium runners. Only Oliver, Cassidy, Ruben and Van Dongen trying to make a charge for the field on softs. But yeah, nobody on the hards. I don't think the hards will be needed today unless somebody gets like heavy damage in the first lap.
It's gonna be fun though. Like I think the soft runners are gonna gain a lot in the first part of the race, but maybe losing out at the second. Ruben has rejoined, so that's good. I don't know if that messes up the lobby though, joining on the formation lap. Hopefully
not.
It's not the case, but what Cassidy is left again.
That's good, I'm going back him again.
What is this game sometimes, man? But any predictions? I'm gonna get some quick predictions out. I'm gonna say it is a very hard track on penalties as well. So Balbo is gonna win his second race of the season. Michael F1 is gonna get second, and Arno is gonna get third.
That was actually somewhat similar to what I would have said. I would have guessed Michael F1 to win. I don't know, has he actually won a race this season?
Yeah, I think he did too, actually.
I know that he won the first China race, but of course what would have started. But yeah, I'd say Michael F1 to win. Charlie to be second from all the way back.
Ooh.
And Ball for a podium.
Interesting. We are gonna see though. All the cars are now lining up the grid as we are gonna go into this race. F3 Season 5 Round 16 here in the Russia Grand Prix. Let's see, very long run to turn 1 though, so there could be happening a lot of stuff. It is 5 red lights. And away they go. No glitches on the lights, but Biolo had a flyer of a start. He's already passed Arno. But let's see, the slipstreaming is now gonna work out. Let's see if Arno
right behind.
He's gonna go for it. Oh, he's gonna run wide and he's gonna overtake Arno. That would have been an illegal overtake in real life. Cassidy in the wall. On the straight, I don't know what happened there. Ruben is dropped off.
The spectator glitch, I'm not sure. Oh, there's a spinner, there are 2 spinners, 3 spinners behind. Those are FNCO Tom and both fast drivers. Spun around, Charlie already made up 6 positions. Will we have a safety car?
Charlie is up 7 positions. A lot of
positions now. He's getting past Matey Boy Oliver making moves as well on the smooth.
A lot of damage on every car. Both Red Bulls are now dropping down the field. Scar has bumped into the back of Matey Boy. Oh, Scar's off. Oh,
Scar's off. Ruben joined, Cassidy retired, and we have a virtual safety car. I think. Okay, let's
full safety car.
Calm down for a second.
Full safety car.
Okay, let's run through everything that happened. Cassidy's AI had a jump start, got a drive for penalty. He spun out. We had a lot of people run right in the second corner. A lot of people with damage. Both Haas and FNCO Tom spun around. Ruben left again. Cassidy retired. I think he was having that spectator glitch. You're in the spectator camera while still driving. We had Bruno win the start, but Arno being able to stay in front.
Charlie with damage as well.
Oh no, Charlie. Oh no.
He was up 9 positions.
Oh, I thought he was doing so well. But the good thing for him is everybody's gonna put now. Or almost everybody's gonna put now.
Look, Jacko is in her mediums. I think he can go to the end on those mediums.
Sure?
Yeah, I am actually pretty sure he can.
Jeez.
Those mediums are so good, but obviously he's gonna lose out quite a lot of time on the end of the race. But then again, A lot of bitters already. You see Jacko, JB, Charlie, Tom, Ditislook, Ragnar and Scar all in the pit lane. Cassidy retired because he had a glitch. What? Evo says rain in 10 minutes. What?
Okay.
Interesting. Very interesting, actually.
I mean, I was preparing to commentate like a boring race and so on for my last commentary, just have an easy job.
No way to say.
Interchangeable conditions. That's going to be interesting. So, in 10 minutes, that means with the soft runners, we'll probably just be able to go full out until the inters come into play.
Yeah, I don't know why Jacko made a pit stop then. Because he is on the medium tires now. He was on the softs and he didn't have any front wing damage because he didn't change his front wing.
Or it's gonna be, as Ruben left again, or it's gonna be what you and me had and...
What?
Okay, then get the finish quickly. We could have what we had in Portimao in F1, where the rain only lasts like for 2 or 3 laps and then it's dry again. So maybe that's what the drivers are aiming for, just trying to stay on the dries throughout the rain.
Well, anyway, it's still very sunny out here in Russia, but we are gonna see some different conditions. Anyway, Arno now being the virtual Bernd Mailänder here. He is gonna dictate the pace. Just go single file, boys. And he is gone.
Oh, that's quite early.
Yeah, Biolo was pretty awake though, but Sadio Mano, his teammate, was even more awake. Look at this. He's 3/10 behind. Can he go for a move on the main straight here? Let's see the differences in straight line speed and wings. As he is now in the slipstream, he's going to use a lot of ERS. 2/10s only. 2/10s, 1.5. Just a bit too far.
Sadio Mano by breaking the total blue, but it didn't quite pay off. No moves into turn 2.
Looking at the usage of Biolo's ERS, I think Biolo is running quite a lower wings than the both Aston Martin guys, as Ruben has rejoined again.
Well, that would make sense for Bruno, because we saw in qualifying in those interchangeable conditions, he did struggle quite a bit for grip, so yeah, especially on the front end, you can even see him run right here with the heavy car. So that might pull him back a bit in the second sector, but on the straights he will be a bloody rocket, and once he gets to low fuel in this car, I think he could be the fastest car out here.
Yeah, but he is losing a lot of time though. Look at this, he is almost out of DRS range as he is now from Arno, so he'll have to get a mega last sector in, because otherwise he's gonna lose out the DRS, and he has Sadio Mano right at his tail.
Yeah, I think best months are gonna have a 1-2. Oh, Sadio already?
That's quick, that's...
It's like not one full lap of racing?
I mean, we had all 18 corners or something, I don't know.
Yeah. And let's see, Ruben's AI getting passed by a lot of cars now. Jacko passed him, JB passed him, Charlie in P15.
Van Dungen is up 9 or 8 positions, sorry. So he's had a very good start. Jacko is now right behind him though. Let's see if he's gonna make a move. JB though is definitely gonna try and make a move here on Jacko. He's on the soft tires, he's gonna try and brake a little bit later in turn 1, but it doesn't make the move stick.
Ruben joined again, and that's Oliver, no, Charlie, do the inside on Tom in turn 3. Just beautiful. He used Ruben's AI, the distraction that Ruben's AI caused to his teammate. He just went up the inside of Tom through turn 3, hugged the curb, and easily got by him on the mediums, it has to be said. So it's a really good move there from Charlie. Jacko and JB battling side by side. Jacko going very wide. Keeps the position though, not sure if that's all in the regulations. He's very close to Van Dongen, but Van Dongen is losing time on the softs. The mediums aren't that much slower as I was expecting.
I can't see any gaps anymore, but I can see on the map that Arno has quite a big gap to Biolo already, so... Oh, does Biolo have damage? He's really struggling.
Yeah. Does he have damage? I don't think he has. Ademano space.
What a move! What a move!
Okay, Michael right behind them, and their Bruno is really struggling. I don't think he put on enough aerodynamical downforce.
He's just is sitting duck in the middle sector. They are already 3 seconds behind Arno, so not ideal. But look at this. Yeah.
Strength. On the straight, he's an absolute limit. Easily gets by, but he's going to hold up Mano so much.
Yeah.
Sector-wise, Arno is just pulling away as Ruben leaves the session again. Udo having to defend from Mano. Mano trying to look up his inside.
This is gonna work. This is gonna work out wonders though for Arno as Sadio Mano tries to get the switch back done. He doesn't make it stick and he stays behind, although he's gonna get a way better exit here. They're gonna go side. Oh no, anyway, not side by side to there. Oh, what is this?
Battling as Rackler
spun around. So I expected him.
Scar, I think.
I expected him to do very well, but yeah, doesn't seem like he will have a very good race. Scar, at least not on his front wing. Oh, wait.
Mano got Bruno now under the S. They're still side by side. Will Mano now on the outside. But gets beautiful traction out of the chicane. A little bit of contact there.
Slightly tapping the rear wing of Mano, but yeah, the thing is though, Biolo is now gonna get the DRS and the slipstream on the main straight, so he is, well, surely with his rocket ship he's gonna pass again.
Yeah, although he did have a mistake coming out of the second to last corner, but yeah, he's already getting before the DRS.
5 tenths behind, opening up the DRS using no ERS, while Mano is just blasting through his ERS.
Yeah.
Oh, no easy does it though.
This Mano will go for the switchback, he's trying it, he's trying to duck under him to the inside. That's what happened with the last time, but this time Mano is way more alongside. Oh, and he actually hit the inside wall. He hugged the curb and almost spun it, hit the inside wall. I'm not sure if he had damage.
And that sets up Michael F1 for the move on Biolo, but all of this fighting is helping Arno so much, he's already 6 seconds clear of the whole field.
And he's just pulling away. Meanwhile, Oliver, I don't know what he's struggling with, but he's 2 seconds behind that train. He might have damage, I'm not sure, or maybe he's just running a very low downforce setup. It's very low on energy as well, but yeah, the McLaren driver not having a good race so far. Sadio Mano, I don't think there's any damage from that, luckily for him, but he is getting passed by Alpha King now.
Michael F1. Michael F1 is passed now, so Biolo down to P3, Michael F1 up to P2. Let's see if he can somehow close this very big gap down a bit.
Alpha King struggling through the chicane, almost losing his back end, pushing very hard to stay in the DRS turn ahead of him.
Oh, does Sadio Mano have damage actually? Because
I'm not sure, I don't see any, not even slight damage to his left side end plate, so I think it was just tire to wall contact.
Oh, look at this. Biolo now.
He lost passage because of that. Biolo now. Yeah. I mean, that rocket is just.
Oh, is he let's say rotacious move, but he stays behind Michael F1. So Michael F1, if he just survives this little bit of sector 1, surely he's gonna like even get out of the DRS zone in sector 2.
From Biolo.
Yeah, Biolo is really struggling. Like
as Borgo is now getting past Mano. Mano must have damage surely. Although I don't see any visible damage on his front wing. He's getting passed by Ivo Ajax now.
Dennis Luke is around.
Luke spun around. I think he was battling with Charlie. Oliver being passed by Jacko.
And Mano now. Mano now down to P8, so he's really losing a lot of time. As Matey Boy now. Oh, I thought he was maybe gonna go down the inside there. At turn, what is it? 8 or something? I don't know.
Turn 10, I believe it is. Judo can gain on Michael, but not enough to make a move. A lot of understeer again from the Williams driver.
McLaren teammates passing each other, or were that team orders? We will never know.
Probably team orders. It does seem like Oliver is struggling a lot right now. He feels like he had no practice on this track, and I think that's what we see right now. Possibly also some damage from that one, I'm not too sure.
Look at the clouds though.
Oh, and Bruno in the pits.
What?
After 6 laps. So he's calling in the undercut.
Look at the clouds. It's getting really dark.
Now this could actually be Bruno doing the same thing that Henry did in Portimao, going for a fresh set of dry tires to have more grip even when it rains, hoping that it doesn't rain for too long. As Ajax now getting past Bobber will with the switchback.
And Jacko
from our founder.
Jacko has passed Matey Boy as well though, so both Alpines now in the top 7.
So from them, Matey Boy now falling back behind Van Dongen as well, and there comes Charlie, and it is getting very dark now, so I think we might have ran in about 2 to 3 laps. And Bruno, he is on the medium, so if we do have rain coming, he's just gonna be hoping to punch through it with the slick tires, essentially save one pit stop towards the rest of the field, and make up the gap that he had to Arno before he came.
Look at the tires of Mano. Mano has pit as well, and he is on a new set of soft tires, so interesting choice of strategy here. Oh, is it raining? Oh no. Yeah, it is raining. Yeah, it's already raining. So
yeah, you're right, I just saw some drops there. So it is starting to rain, I think it's, right now I can't feel it, but probably in one lap, I can definitely feel the rain affecting the performance. So, yeah, the important thing for those guys is now, when does it become so bad that we have to pit for in-class, and how long will it stay?
JB is already in, so is Oliver, so a lot of, not Oliver, sorry. Matey Boy and JB, both old guys, are not bothering to stay out on slick tires. They are just thinking, well, get those intermediates under the car, and like you can see, Matey Boy getting the inters on, JB getting the inters on as well, so let's see if they're gonna gain a lot of time. Tom is in as well. We know what the intermediate times are now. 43-44 is intermediate conditions, so
I feel maybe about 45, 46-ish. But yeah, it is starting to rain quite a bit now, so they will feel that at the end of the second sector, I believe.
So if Arno is gonna drop about 12 seconds on his PB, he has to pit. Or, yeah.
JB just got passed by Mano coming out of the pits, and it does seem like Mano right now still has more good than JB.
Oh, yellow flag, Oliver!
That's Oliver. Not having the best of races, and now in those difficult conditions with worn tires. I think he will be opting for the inters now. I think it's...
Arno is gonna come in... Arno is gonna stay out for another lap. Ooh. Oh, is this a smart strategy choice? Oh no, I think he made the mistake.
I mean, the thing is, you're gonna be about, like, what? 5 to 10 seconds slower one lap.
What? Michael stays out as well.
You are going to be way slow up, but if it only rains for 1 or 2 laps, then there's no point in putting for us.
But look, Jacko is staying out as well on the medium tire, so this is very interesting to see. Michel van Dongen stays out, Ruben his AR car stays out, dit is Luke Pixel, we're speeding in the pit lane, a lot of guys right now.
Or is that soft for Weckler? That's definitely 6 for Weckler. So it seems like a lot of those guys aren't quite sure how long the rain is gonna last.
It's intermediate for Weckler though, but...
I could have sworn it was... I could have sworn I had mediums.
Oh, Van Dongen is off. It is definitely intermediate conditions.
Bruno made a mistake, he realized that he's into the pits as well.
Van Dongen has spun off track. I think, look at Scar. Oh no, Scar's, yeah, the yours is disabled, so this is the moment to come in for everyone. Arno,
They're all doing a Lando Norris right now.
Yeah, I think Arno knew he made a mistake coming in the first sector, like, it was way too wet.
Arno should have the gap to still come out in the lead. Like, how much time do you lose around here? About 25 seconds, I think?
Yeah, but I just don't get why Michael or either Jacko just didn't pit. Like, they have nothing to lose. It's such a big gap to the leader. That's why just not pit and take the risk for the inters, like...
Well, let's see, maybe Bren is just staying for a few laps. Maybe they will actually stay out. Arno is in the pits though.
Nah. You can't stay out on these conditions. Oh, look at Jacko.
Is about to pass Michael though. Jacko. Yeah, Jacko is passing Michael going into the pit. That's where Ruben, I think his AI is. now that Ruben himself driving, he's in the pits, guy into the pits, Van Dongen surely also into the pits. But I'm still curious to see how long it's gonna rain for.
Essex is the
If those
first
guys
one.
consider staying out on the softs, then surely they must expect the rain to go away rather.
So Essex is the first man out on track on the intermediate tires. Arno now coming out of the pit lane. Oh, he's miles ahead, man. What is this?
Yeah.
Is he even in front of Jacko and Michael? Or? Yeah, he is. But
Way
look.
in front. I think some of those guys might have actually pitted.
Oh, Oliver again. And who is it? Van Dongen was in the pit lane, but Ballboy now being overtaken by Charlie there. Let's see if Ballboy can make a move around the outside of turn 3. What a camera angle this is.
He's just gonna loosen up, Sorden behind him.
He stays behind the McLaren driver, so he currently is in P6. As there's a AlphaTauri on the straight in the wall. Is that a glitch? Virtual safety car? What is happening?
I mean,
he was constantly trying to gain control of his car, and he's in the wall.
Does he have a broken throttle or something?
He is being retired on track, but obviously I don't think he has control of his car, so...
Yeah.
Is he gonna...
good thing is everybody pitted, so it won't affect them too much, I believe, unless there's a full safety car now. I don't think it will happen.
Let's see if Arno's gonna slow down 10 seconds. Oh wait, there's no safety car.
I don't know about it.
Only a virtual safety car, so... This is ideal for Arno, as he is just gonna stay out. He's gonna keep his gap from 13.5 seconds, man. What? He is miles ahead.
I mean, not to jinx him now, but he can't possibly lose this. Like, no way he can lose that, surely.
You've just jinxed that.
There's absolutely no way he will... Oh, Scar.
Scar with a drive-through penalty. Looking at the positions gained though, like Charlie damaged on the first lap, went into a new set of mediums if I was correct, then had to make the pit stop for Inters and is currently up to P6, so he's having a very good race.
And he's very much in the fight for the podium places right now. They are all somewhat in the train with some respectable gaps between each other, as you would expect in the rain. Of course, the problem with the rain is, the closer you get to the car, the less you actually see. We can't actually see it on our spectator cam that much. But if you're driving behind the car, especially in that second sector, it's very easy to miss your marks and run wide, or maybe just miss a curb, take too much curb, spin out and something like that. So they're just keeping that like 1.5 second gap, just to be able to go around the track. And I guess once it's gonna drive up, they're gonna start pushing again, try to close the gaps, and put for softs or mediums. If it's gonna drive up, of course.
Yeah, if it's gonna dry up, of course. But jumping on board with Mano here, he's down in P16. Does he have like damage to his floor or something? Because
actually, I'm gonna check if he repaired his front wing in the pit stop. Sadio Mano, yes, he did repair his front wing in the pit stop. Of course, he went from softs to softs, and then just went to intermediates, and Tom retired.
I was on board with that. That was a very weird one, but it's a safety car. There goes Arno as lead.
Good thing for Arno though, I mean, if he wants to pit, he could.
Oh, Charlie's in.
Come out ahead of the safety car. Charlie is in.
Does Charlie go for soft? Oh, what? Did this look with the...
How?
Wait, what am I seeing here? For new inters, well, the intermediate can go the whole race as well. What? Sometimes I see weird things, but I mean, he's only losing on 3 positions though.
Or possibly 5. The only reason why I could see him do that is...
What?
Maybe by Rex.
Yeah.
The only reason why I could see him do that is because some people pitted when it was still a bit dry, and maybe he thinks those people might have overheated their tires a bit and destroyed them a bit. So he's trying to gain on those guys, but Oliver
Yeah, but
also going for this.
what?
What's the rain gonna get harder? Let's go on board with them. Is the rain actually increasing? I think it might be.
It's actually sad that we don't have a Jeff at this moment.
Yeah. The rain might be increasing, so maybe Charlie's hoping that with the grip of the new tires, similar to what we suspected earlier with the soft runners and the medium runners, maybe he's hoping to just be able to carry those new inters through the full wet phase.
Yeah, but surely if it's full wet, he is gonna lose still a lot of time with his new inters.
Again, it depends on for how long it's going to be full wet conditions, if it is going to be full wet conditions at some point. Or maybe Boy and Oliver are just desperate and try something unusual, but it does kind of look like the rain is increasing, so...
Arno is staying out though. Arno stays out. Etsex, is he gonna go in? No, he is... Jacko is gonna come in, so... what?
Oh, he was just faking.
Yeah, he is not gonna come in.
So was Michael. Michael was doing the same thing. Actually, Michael, P5, good race for him. I don't want to jinx him too much. But of course, he's my lucky charm in the front, so I hope I can be his lucky charm.
Yeah. And he was already asking in the chat if you were gonna be his lucky charm today, but well...
I tried to bring him luck by not mentioning him, so I don't jinx him too much.
You aren't... Oh, what? Oh, I was on board with Jamie just pinning it into the wall behind the safety car.
Oh no, does he have damage?
It doesn't seem like he does, but maybe very slight damage.
Oh, is he going for process? Yes. Oh, JB. What are you doing? Don't spin out. Oh,
Piolo
no,
down in P10. Oh, what? How do you pick up a penalty behind the safety car for exceeding track limits? You don't have to push, man. What? Yeah, I don't know if I've ever seen that, to be honest.
Car also on wet tires, they know something that we don't. Clearly.
Yes.
I think it's gonna be full wet conditions in a couple of laps, otherwise those guys won't do
Evo comes in the chat and says, "Lol, I get a random penalty, good game." Well, just
stay on track.
Yeah, and keep your POV saved to send it in to the stewards. The only thing I can say. But Evo says I was on track. So
yeah, that's what you said, man. Of course, it's never the driver's fault. It never is.
Nah, it's the car's fault by going off track, you know.
The car's fault, the game's fault, the track's fault, but never your own fault. That's just
it's
how
the rain's fault.
That's the way that every racing driver's brain works.
Exactly. He says 2 tires off track. Well, keep 4 on the track then, if that helps.
And come on, getting a penalty on wet conditions, that's almost as embarrassing as having the fear of spinning out on track and slowing up by 10 seconds because of it.
Yeah, but that was the last season, you know. We've changed this season.
Have you?
I don't know.
You're still using ABS. So. Anyway,
yeah.
I can say what I want. I'm gonna leave anyway in 2 days, so I can say what I want.
Yeah, enjoy your last race. Commentary next to me, you know.
I'm gonna take you out tomorrow, though.
Good luck.
Just like you did me in Canada.
Yeah, no problem. Who got penalized for that again?
Nobody. Which is an absolute disgrace.
Anyway. Moving back to the race. Who's the biggest... who is the biggest gainer in this race? It's Charlie. 9 positions up. Oliver... What?
How?
What?
How?
I just don't get it.
I mean, sure, in the rain maybe it's more difficult to see the white lines in the rain. I give you that. But how?
Oh, he's got off again.
Yeah, I don't think the bets are...
Yeah, working for him. But
Charlie gained 9 positions, that's great for him.
Etsex, Jacko and Alpha King, all 3 positions up.
Yeah. Ajax up 8 positions.
Yeah, really good race from him as well. Our reserve driver. Yeah, so he's the biggest loser. But yeah, like I said, I think he maybe has like floor damage or anything like that. But safety car is gonna come in this lap. So interesting to see what there's gonna be happening.
That should go out right about now. There we go.
And they are.
The Arno leading the safety car restart for a second time, this time in the red. Will he go early again? Or does he think I already showed my hands on red, I'm gonna come up with another trick?
I mean, we're gonna see. He is quite slowing the field down though, so safety car is in the pit lane now, so he could speed up, but he is waiting, and he is gonna go now, so he's gonna go at the exact same moment.
Everybody was sleeping in behind.
Oh, and what Bobo is in? Bobo is in for a full wet, I think. This is the exact same thing he did in Belgium, and this worked out wonders for him, where he won the race. But that's a weird moment for going in the pit lane, just straight after the safety car is gone. But anyway.
If it's gonna be full wet, he's gonna look very clever behind Maiden Doyle, Oliver's car. If it doesn't work out for him, he's gonna look very, very stupid.
Oliver is now getting passed by Titus Luke on the wet tire, so he is still losing out time. Oh! Yeah, in corner 3, as he tries around the outside, he's gonna go off track.
Ajax and Michael's running in front of him as well. There's still Sepasat, Bulo and Rekla.
Oh, Matey boy is in the wall. Oh, no safety car. Please not, please not, please not. Nah, no safety car. Everyone is passed as well, so I don't think.
On board with forward to see where exactly he's stranded. That's last year.
Yeah, out of the traction zone.
Okay, fair enough.
Moving on to lead of the race, Arno 1.7 seconds clear again, so Arno for the moment just in a league of his own today. No one can keep up with him. R16 in P2, Jacko just about hanging in the 1 second gap of R16, so Jacko P3. Jacko is still fighting for the championship though, so if he can get the P2 he's gonna gain big time on his championship rivals, but with Arno in P1 he's obviously gonna get in the fight as well.
I'm just trying to compare Bobo and Zeko for some corners as Oliver spun. I think the full reds aren't up to temperature right now. Bobo is still struggling a bit with oversteer and understeer.
Oh, yep, I see.
Massive understeer for the chicane. I don't think that gamble paid off. JB though is in the pits.
New front wing and inters. I mean, Bobo is gonna stay out though, so.
Bulo and Rekla side by side. Bulo trying to stuff it up the inside. Can't make it stick. A little bit of contact. Not sure if Bulo got damage there. Rekla goes a bit wide.
Goes wide again there. Same moment as last lap.
Charlie could have had a look up the inside of Bulo and said not too good going wide. All of them struggling with understeer right now.
Yeah, Biolo is really struggling though, like he was struggling in the dry conditions as well. As Charlie now gets the run on him, let's see what he's gonna do in the middle sector. Is he gonna go for a very bold move, or is he just gonna stay behind and get him on the straight? Getting Biolo on the straight though is very hard because he's just running a rocket ship. So let's see.
Yeah, nowhere's catching up to him. And Bulo's even extending the gap. Yeah.
Yep, it's it's gonna be a hard time here for Charlie, trying to overtake Biolo. Yes. He really is driving some weird lines in the rain.
I think he's just trying to somehow make it stick on the track.
Yeah, because look, Ragnar is, well, 7/10 clear now of Biolo. I think if you pass Biolo, you're gonna gain like every single bit in the middle sector, but he's just gonna look at this car on the straight. How are you ever gonna keep up with that?
He's like what? Almost.
Oh, Oliver again.
Oh no. Ulo is
Same
like 18
position.
kph faster than Charlie down the straight.
Yeah, I think
18.
he looked at the car Ferrari in 2019, but I don't know exactly. As Balbo is in the pits again, so definitely wrong strategy call there for the Alpine team.
Luke in the pits as well, Oliver in the pits.
Oh!
And Wecker retired. Oh, that's a massive crash. I think Wecker was still battling Polo there.
Safety car,
Surely
safety car, safety car.
Oh god. Surely they had some contact, Polo and Wecker.
Yeah, I think they were going like side by side through that sector for 3 laps in a row, and this time it just didn't work out for Rackler as he is now old, and that is, I think, the 3rd race in a row which he DNF'd in, so he is not in the form he is hoping to be.
Yeah.
As Arno is
But does have the guys outside the park to catch back up again after some bad strategy calls. Surely Scar's gonna pit for Impas now.
Do you think they will pit? I think they will stay out.
I mean, I'm sure that Scar's gonna pit for Impas, because clearly the vets aren't.
Yeah, well, maybe Scar is gonna pit because he's on wets, but I think the likes of Arno.
Yeah, the rest will probably. I think Sadio Mano might pit because he knows that he has to get the Scar. He could pit, but the rest probably not. It's also good for Charlie. He can kind of catch back up again. I still don't know. I don't think him pitting for new Inters was the smartest idea. It is raining heavy, but the guys on older Inters aren't really struggling.
Yeah, maybe it is gonna like rain even heavier though in the couple of minutes.
I mean, if you go on board, it does look really, like quite a lot.
Scar's in though.
Yeah.
So full wet's just not working out.
Not yet, at least. Maybe we can see like 2 or 3 laps at the end of full wet running.
Yeah, but it's just not worth like taking the gamble, going on to the intermediate full wet.
That's also what Lando Norris thought.
Yeah, well, it didn't quite work out for him, did it?
Yeah, so who knows? Maybe if we do have a late full wet phase, maybe some guys will take a gamble and stay out. Maybe some guys will try to pit and hope to make up the time again. Because the full wet.
Yeah, if you get like a
like about 6 seconds faster than the Impulse, I think, if it's full wet conditions.
Yeah, so if you get like a VSC or something in lap 23 and you pit to full wet and it's definitely like full rain, you can gain maybe some positions in the end, but at the moment it's not worth it gambling for full wets.
If you gain 6 seconds on full wets, you need about, say, 4 laps to equalize the gap again. And that is without having to pass slower cars and all that, so yeah, it would be a bold strategy call, but who knows, maybe the full wet conditions will be arriving sooner than expected. Maybe they won't arrive at all.
We will never know. We have no one to ask it to, but
Sadio Mano lit up his rear tires coming from the chicane. He's desperately trying to get the temperature in those tires, so the track is cooling down a bit.
Yeah, seeing him working at the tires, it does seem like it's raining a bit harder, as someone is... Oh, Viola was faking into the pit lane. Penalty status is actually quite clean for F3 standards.
Because penalty is right now Oliver with 9 seconds. We did have a few guys with drive-throughs, but they've served those already. It's raining so hard now. I actually think we might be getting to full wet tires at some point in the day. I'd say maybe within 3 laps if it continues standing like that.
I mean, surely the guys who pit for full wets weren't like going on full wets because they thought it was fun. So there has to be like a lot of rain coming.
True, I mean, we see the rain coming down, and now under safety car, I don't think they'll be able to push away that much water as well. So there is going to be more standing water on the track now, but I can't see any like actually that being said. Now there are some puddles in the second sector. I think it's just on the edge of full wet conditions.
Maybe the tires are equal at this point, because looking on board with Arno, look at him. He is really fighting the tires to get them warm.
Yeah.
But then again...
You know, if I'd be ball right now. I mean,
I
tried it on the previous safety car. Maybe it works out if he would quit for full wets right now. But it's too late now. The safety car is going to come in.
The safety car is indeed going to come in this lap, and looking at the whole field with penalties, I think he just can better stay out on those inters, because he is fighting for a championship in both constructors and drivers at the moment, so every point counts for Ballboy. And he is currently in P15, which he isn't getting any points for. But then again...
A bunch of guys ahead of him with penalties. You know that he likes to profit from those kind of situations, so it's you Arno though restarting.
Again.
Third safety car now. Let's see. He'll be more aware this time.
Let's see.
From the last time.
Let's see if Arno's gonna go at the exact same place.
Last time he went right here. He's gonna leave it a bit later now.
Is he gonna do a Max Verstappen?
Gonna go out of the final corner, I'm telling you. Oh, out of this corner?
Nope,
no,
he already went. Yeah, and Essex was sleeping again.
He tried to chase the car after him, but he was in second gear. Not too much.
Oh, a second already.
Oh, and Budo and Ajax.
Biolo is past. Look at Biolo on the straight though. Like, I still can't believe it how much he is gaining on those straights.
And how is he keeping his car on track in those conditions? Where surely Inter's, it's surely not Inter conditions, at least not perfect Inter conditions. And he's still keeping it on the track on the inside of Michael now through turn 3.
Oh, we can't miss that. Let's see if he's gonna make the move stick. He's gonna try go around the outside of turn 4 here on Michael F1.
As he go off track, rebounds again. Didn't work that time. Scar getting past Oliver. And Oliver getting passed by Ballboy as well. Yeah, Oliver restarting. Actually hits the back of Ballboy into turn 5. And Arno's already a second clear.
Yeah,
I'm going to say what I said after his first pit stop. Surely he can lose it.
Being on board with Viola though, it's just nerve-wracking, man. Out of every single traction zone, he's struggling so much with oversteer.
Ajax gained through that corner, but now Budo is just...
Yeah, and look at the ERS of Ajax.
It must be so infuriating for Ajax to see how slow Budo is through the corners. And just pull away, and now Michael, Van Dongen and Charlie side by side. Charlie on the inside. Going through turns 14 and 15, I think.
Ooh, is he gonna make this move stick, Mr. Van Dongen? That would be a pretty nice one. Still side by side here. Wow, that was a really clean move. Oh, what a move! What a move! So Charlie losing 2 positions in only the 3rd sector here.
That was just brilliant.
Yeah.
Pure commitment and pure faith that he's not gonna slam into Charlie.
And now Biolo is gonna go past Michael F1 here, and I think he gained like 5/10 on the straight only. It's
now.
Oh, Charlie gets a penalty. It's actually very impressive.
Inside. Nah, he slides out wide. Ajax now with the cutback on Michael. Good move from him as well.
Oh, it's a Ferrari in the back, in the wall. JB's in the wall.
He was battling with this Luke through that corner. They must have had contact.
He finally found the reverse. And he is gonna go again, but yeah. Well, limping at the back of the field again.
Of Ajax as well. Might make a move in a second.
Sector 1 and 2 yellow flags, but that's because of JB driving pretty slow. On board with Ballboy though, look at this, 5 people in front with penalties, so can he profit from all those penalties? We'll see. closest battle on track is Michael of Wando. He's just right behind Ajax, but then again, Ajax is so close to Biolo, but they just can't pass him on the straight, man. Like, without a DRS, he is impossible to overtake. And look at the ERS advantage he has as well over everyone. So,
I mean, this is actually perfect for Bull because he knows nobody can overtake in the corner, because it's so that if you go offline, you're just gonna slide off track. And on the straights, they can't overtake him because he's just too bloody fast. So I think he's in the best overall race car when it comes to leading right now.
Yeah, but he has a really tough car for driving, but he is just mastering it though, because he is gaining big time on Alpha King as well. Look at this, only 7/10 now. Well, he was, I think, 1.5 back.
Look at how much time Ajax lost in that first sector alone. Over a second.
It's
massive time behind him now as JB retired in the pits.
I thought I saw anyone crash in the wall, but JB just retired in the pits. Not the ideal race. JB was hoping to get here in Russia, but yeah, very clean from him retiring in the pit lane, not on track. Some people tend to lose their head and just crash in the wall or something, but he doesn't do it. Going.
One of the veterans, he knows how to leave the race without interfering with anything. As Michael now behind Ajax is going to go for a move.
Is he? Let's see.
Inside of turn 13.
And he is just side by side here through the third sector. He is not past. Is he gonna try and make a move around the outside there? He slightly taps the rear wing of him. He's gonna go for a switchback here. Does he get more speed out of this corner? Yes, he does. Let's see if Michael One can make the move here in the third sector. He's gonna go
behind him. Charlie and
down
Mano
inside here. He's still next to him. And he is gonna not make the move. Stick, but
and look at Van Dongen behind them. He's gonna make a free ride. Charlie in the meantime got past on, but they stay side by side. Now Van Dongen. Ajax tries to get the distance of Michael. Michael also carrying some great straight line speed. It has to be said. Keeps the position.
And that's Michael F. One pass.
Wide.
And Van Dongen.
Proper exit route though. That's good job. Charlie got past Mano in the end, is now catching up to Ajax rapidly. So Ajax struggling with those tires right now, starting that old intermediate on his car.
The pace of Van Dongen is really surprising me, like, I can't lie to you.
He's looking quite good. I think he's one of the guys who, you know, in the rain, he might need like 2 or 3 laps to get used to the conditions, but then he got such a consistency and just nails in the lap times.
He is incredibly fast in the rain, but he's just not very consistent as he touches the wall on the straight, so yeah.
There's been some side pot damage.
Evo now under attack from Charlie here. Let's see if Charlie can do anything. It seems to me that Charlie is running a very safe setup, but he has a lot of downforce and he just isn't able to pass anyone on the straight because he's really struggling, and you can see that he's just carrying a lot more pace through the corners than Evo Ajax, but and he's...
Now with the switchback, Evo got offline. Are we gonna
Let's see if Mano is... Nope,
yeah,
Mano. Mano doesn't go for a very confident dive bomb again in the last sector. He just stays behind Charlie, gets a worse exit, so he isn't going to be able to overtake him on the straight, but Charlie's up to P8.
I think Kudo might have found this match because he's stuck behind Alpha King for a couple laps now, at around half a second. Can't get him on the straight. Alpha King has more energy than Kudo.
I mean, Jacko is like... I think Jacko is from these dry stints on already behind Adsex, so Adsex is doing a really good job keeping the old F1 driver here behind him. He's only 2.5 tenths back, so you'll have to have a really good nerve system to not make any mistakes having a car such close behind for so many laps.
I think both Williams might be running more of a straight line setup because Jacko is also gaining on Adsex with the second sector, but then Adsex is just fast enough to defend down the straights. And he is using quite a bit of energy deployment as well, so maybe he's not as much straight line speed as Udo as Oliver gets the point.
Yeah, and looking at Michael F1, I think Michael F1 is running a lower wing setup than the rest as well, because look, Van Dungen seems to have a lot more pace, but he's just struggling to pass.
So with a Ballboy and Ajax side by side, Ballboy trying to make it on the outside of the chicane, still on the outside. Not touching, that's again a flag that's not sure what that
Ballboy in the wall.
Ballboy lost it and then just got hit back into streak and that put him in the wall. That's so unfortunate for Ballboy. He was on for some great points.
Ballboy casually puts the power fully down whilst being in first gear.
He's on the attack against Alpha King. He's very close now. Can't find a way past.
Oh, he's gonna get the better straight line speed through this part of the track though. He's gonna go down the inside.
No match at all.
And he is past the Alfa Romeo driver, which brings him up to P4.
And he only has 2 laps to go as well.
He's driving a very good race though, like... Oh no!
Oh no, Ajax, he lost it through turn 3. We won't see a safety car this lap in the race.
It's too late now, but Evo in his debut has retired in the wall in turn 3. Very hard, very hard conditions, but he was driving a very good race, having some good battles, but he's now retired. And
also, I know he's at the back of the grid, but Ballboy just caught up by 1 second to Scar through 2 corners. So Ballboy,
Scar has damage.
Scar has damage.
Look at the left. Oh, yeah.
Right. He's going
Jacko. Oh, so this. Oh, BU. Look, Biolo's 2 seconds behind. Oh, Jacko is off. Jacko is off.
How? Oh no.
Jacko has damage. Jacko is gonna lose out points in this race because of a big mistake.
Both Alpines in the final couple of laps.
Oh, and he's now.
Oh, Jacko is so slow. Bodo can barely stop his car before going into him. That brings Alpha back to the battle for the podium position.
Oh, and Michael F1 and Michel van Dungen are fighting now, and Charlie looking at a sneaky pass there down the inside. But Biolo now, firstly, let's jump on board with him. He's now gonna go past Jacko, or is he? Jacko is still fighting this with a broken front wing. Is this smart? Oh, this is not smart. Yeah, he's gonna do the Fernando Alonso line, and he's now in. Oh, Jacko is gonna lose out so much on this last lap, man. Look at this.
Yeah.
Van Dungen though, past Michael F1, past Charlie, up to P6. He's now gonna pass Jacko, but he has some penalties though. But Charlie in front of Michael F1 with no penalties though. But then again, he sees his championship rivals take off 1 for 1 because Charlie now in front with penalties. Jacko in the wall.
Jacko's going to be such a roadblock now. Don't stay directly behind him, it's going to be too slow.
Oh, we didn't know that he had damage, I think. Oh, Charlie is on the rear wing of Michael van Dungen, and now he's gonna go down the inside. Oh, he isn't gonna be happy because of that. He didn't have the best of relationships already. Oh, this is a really good battle on the last lap, but we have Arno though going through the last sector, but we're gonna stay on board for this for a very short while. And look at Michael, what is happening? Oh, I can't keep up.
I'm trying to block him.
What a fight! Look at Charlie.
What a move by Charlie.
And now Sadio Mano is up, and now everyone is losing the front wing, but Arno though is gonna come across the line and he's gonna win this Russian Grand Prix, retire over the line. Essex gets a brilliant P2, Biolo gets an even more brilliant P3. What a performance from him. Alpha King in P4. Let's see who gets P5. Is it Charlie? Is it Mano? Is it Van Dungen? Let's see. It's Michael.
It's Michael. Beautiful job. But that was such a great move by both Charlie and Mano through the chicane. Michael Van Dungen.
What a race.
On the outside of Jacko, and they both just undercut them. That was beautiful. Jacko manages to cover him in P7.
And Dittis Luke still fighting for the last points with Ballboy. Ballboy is now going to come across the line, and he's going to gain the point as Dittis Luke's car just crashed into Arno. Oliver now, the last man over the line, and that was it. What a race we've had, man. What a race.
Fantastic. Absolutely fantastic.
Incredible performance. Charlie is the driver of the day in the game's eyes. In my eyes, I think I'm gonna go with Biolo. Like, he was struggling so much. He was at one point he was P11 in the race. He was just staying in the group, but then he found his rhythm with his setup and everything together, and he just gained position by position with a really tough car. Got P3 and a 2-3 for Williams as well. So they're gonna regain the championship lead in the constructors. So very good job from him.
Oh, it's actually hard for me to call who's going to be my driver of the day because we had so many great performances. We had Charlie, who made up a lot of places, went back down the field, made up all those places again, went back down again, and then finished in P6. We had Mano, who also lost a lot of places because of damage and a pit stop. We had Bruno, as you said. We had Arno just absolutely dominating from start to finish. I think he led every single race, if I'm not mistaken.
I think he did, yeah. And we have Van Dungen going from P19 to P9, driving a brilliant race.
Actually, I think Arno got a grand slam because he got pole, win, led for every lap, and he did get the fastest lap as well.
Did he? No, he didn't.
I mean, officially, Ruben got the fastest lap with 54 seconds, but I don't think that's very realistic.
I mean, pretty insane lap here from Ruben.
Yeah, but I think my driver of the day has to be Arno, just for that incredible display of just pure dominance.
Yeah, Arno just... I mean, he found his rhythm. Since when was it actually? Because I think he's now on 4 or 5 pole positions in a row.
Yeah, he's become alive around this halfway point of the season, so... Could be mounting a late championship challenge. I'm actually not sure where he is in the standings.
Jack was angry and R16 because R16 turned in. Yeah, it seems like, but
send out to the steers as always. You know the drill by now.
Let me actually see. Arno. Oh no, Arno is now on 3 pole positions in a row, but he's on 3 wins in a row as well. So he really found his rhythm. But we'll have to get the race up for you, of course, man. And the
Yes, of course, the donuts. I almost forgot.
But I can't go back to the main menu. What is this?
Yeah, Sam. It might be a tiny bit bugged. Who knows? In the meantime, we can just set up the party once we add it.
Yep, we can. We are actually gonna go into the interviews party. FRL F3
was that his mistake or what?
Macho. His
Right,
point.
silence.
A lot of chaos, but we're gonna go
I'm going to set up the party, the lobby for the donuts, by the way.
Let's see who finished the highest in the race. I think it was Arno, then R16, and then Biolo. Well, Biolo, incredible performance, I'll have to say. You were really struggling, going to P11 at one point, having a very hard setup, it looks like to me. But yeah, talk us through how you were fighting your way back up the field.
Yeah, I'm gonna start with qualifying. Qualifying, I had a terrible last run. I lost 5 tenths in the first sector. I was way off the pace. Then the race started second. First lap was good. I always struggle with the first stint. I don't know why. Then I made a terrible decision. I pitted for the mediums because I thought it was gonna rain much more. But it rains. It rained early, very early. I didn't know that. Then I went back to 17th, and after that it was a really good recovery from 17th to 3rd. I guess maybe 2nd if my teammate gets a penalty. But I'm happy with the result.
Yeah, incredible job. And were you driving with a dry setup, or were you driving with a wet setup, or?
I was driving with the dry setup. I was having 8.7 in the wings. It was very difficult
Yeah.
to keep up with the rain.
Well,
Even with dry conditions.
obviously you were quite a rocket ship, because I think no one could pass you on the straight. You were just flying. But yeah, very good job from you. Moving on to next race. It is, let me see, it's Singapore, and you're still leading the championship, but well, Arno is on a big charge. How do you think you will perform there?
That guy. It will probably be a Max Verstappen and Hamilton championship fight. But Singapore is a really good track. I really like it. I don't know how my pace will be, but I'll look forward to it.
Well, incredible job from my side. Your second place in a row, and obviously now leading the championship even more over Michael. But yeah, Arno's on move, like I said. Hawk, do you have any questions for Biolo?
Considering your setup, I'm not sure if much to ask you about it. We did see that you seem to have a lot of understeer throughout qualifying and throughout the race, but there's just an absolute rocket on the straight. Was that a conscious choice that you made to be more competitive in the race?
I have no idea what was going on with the setup. I tried a lot of setup in time trial, but that one seemed to work a little bit. I don't know what could be more done. That's it.
I have no further questions then.
Alright then. Well, like I said already, congratulations on your good result today, and increasing the gap in both championships, because you guys are now leading the constructors over 40 points overall, Alpine as well though. Very good job, and good luck next week.
Thank you. Thank you for the commentary.
No problem. Yeah, I can. But we're gonna move on to Michael F1, I think it is.
Hello.
Michael, you finished in P5. Quite a hectic race, a lot of battles, but yeah, talk us through your race.
I think it was pretty average, really. I mean, my setup was similar to Buelow's, but I had more straight line speed, but not really coping in the corners very much. So I think that's how he managed to get me in that quick left-hander. Couldn't get the place back at all. And also, I don't know if I had damage as soon as the crossover point came over, because I did touch the wall on that corner as well. But the pace was still good. But yeah, I don't know, I think it's just an average result for me. With now Buelow getting more points over me, it's like a full race distance ahead of me now, so it's going to be hard to try and close out. But yeah, Arno is on a massive flyer at the minute. Like, I don't know where that pace has come from for the last 3 or 4 races.
Yeah, like you said, pretty average race from you, but yeah, then again, you're gaining points over Charlie and Jacko. Obviously losing to Biolo and Arno. But yeah, moving on to next week, it's Singapore. Do you think you'll gain some points back on both Arno and Biolo, or do you think you're gonna lose out or just not gain any next week?
Well, in previous races my setup has been good around there, but Well, I said that last week around this track, so we'll just have to wait and see about that. But yeah, the target is just try and beat those two. Just try and stay comfortably in the fight.
Alright, very clear target, obviously. Well, good job from my side at least. Do you have any questions, Hawk?
I guess I wasn't that much of a lucky charm to you today.
No, you weren't. You're completely the opposite of a lucky charm. You're like a
Good thing I'm leaving
pound,
that.
the pound point is me. You're the little penny in the corner.
Fair enough, I guess. Good thing that I'm leaving then, fair enough.
Yeah, I'm not going to support you tomorrow.
Yeah, okay. Love it. Yeah, but I don't have any further questions. I'm upset now.
Thank you, Toto.
Alright then. Well, very good job today, Michael, and good luck next week.
Thank you, and thank you for commentating.
No problem. Moving on to the next one. Let's see who that is going to be. What do we have here? We have... It's Charlie indeed next, because you finished right behind Michael. Charlie, well, I don't think these are the results you're looking forward in these conditions, because you are rapid, but then again, incredible race coming from P20 and some more setbacks. Talk us through.
I mean, I don't think I'm going to keep P6 to be honest, because lap 1 I did have a bit of a spin with... I mean, I didn't spin, but I did come together with Michael Van Dongen a little bit. I felt like I gave him enough space. I don't know if I did or not, but I'll just have to look at that later. But yeah, I used a wet setup in the race because I saw that it was going to rain. I feel like if it became full wet though, I would have been quicker. But I just guess not. But last lap, of course, Jacko picked up the front wing damage, which, to be honest, helped me out more, in my opinion, since I actually managed to get of him and Michael Van Dongen. Could have had P5 if I didn't have the penalty, or if I had a bigger gap to Michael F1, of course. But I'm happy enough with P6, so I've finally scored points, I finally finished the race, so it's good enough for me.
Yeah, and looking at the championship though, I think you've been overtaken by Arno. Where do you think his pace come from?
Either he picked up pace or he's turned on some assists. Other than that, I don't know. I think he should be moved to F2 though.
Yeah, I think it's a bit late though for that, but yeah.
Tactics, that was...
Moving on to next week, we have Singapore. Do you think you can bounce back?
I mean, in Singapore, I will be doing the race in manual gearbox, since that's what I actually use at Singapore usually. So maybe we can hopefully get more points, but I do hope that I can get back on the podium at some point.
Wow, you're playing automatic.
Alright.
Yes, I've already told you this.
Well, good that you're looking forward to next week again, and congratulations on today's result. Do you have any questions, Hawk?
No, I do not. I'd just like to apologize for my bad memory when I put you as my prediction for pole. Although I was one of the stewards that gave you a qualifying ban.
I mean, you're the one who gave me the qualifying ban. Yet you put me for pole. There's Arno Bulow as well, you know.
I think they're probably I think they're probably other top 3.
To be honest, I think the P1 prediction for pole and the race should always be Arno now at this point.
Fair enough. I'm not going to make any predictions in the future, so I don't care.
Yeah, but anyway, thank you for driving today, Charlie. Good luck next week, and congratulations on today's result.
Yeah, thank you.
Moving on to the next driver, who is Jacko. Jacko, well, commiserations on today's result. You were on course for P2, gaining a lot of points again on your rivals, but then you had an incident with R16. Talk us through.
Where do I start, man? I was so quick that whole race. Like, I think Arno was the only guy quicker than me in the race in the inters. Even at the start, I pitted on lap 1 for softs to get off my softs for mediums, went all the way down to 13th or so. Then went on a massive overtaking spree. Got up to like 3rd. I managed to get Michael just before the pits, and jumped Michael from the crossover to inters. Edzax, I was so much quicker than him the whole race, but you have to be careful with certain people you can overtake and certain people you have to be really cautious for. I haven't really had too many battles with Edzax, but yeah, I hope to never have a battle with him again.
So, like, can you tell us a bit more about the incident? Because
Surely you caught it on stream.
No, I didn't call it on stream.
So you didn't catch P2 on stream?
I mean, there was a battle with 7, like, yeah.
There was like a 5-car battle, I think, directly behind it pretty much, so... yeah.
Yeah. I was gaining, and then a safety car came, like, loads of safety cars kept coming out, and I was getting quite annoyed because I had good pace. The last one, I think it was 1 or 2 laps to go, and I got a great exit out of one of the corners, and onto the straight there in the middle sector, I think it is. I don't know what to say, like, P2's been taken away, and I was so quick that whole race. Yeah, so yeah, I just went down the inside, and it's just turned in like 4 or 5 minutes before the corner. It's just took off my front wing. It's a shame really, because I was so much quicker than him. That P2 would have been nice for the team.
Yeah, well, obviously, you guys are now losing out to, like, Williams in the constructors, and you lost a lot of points because of this in a championship fight, but, yeah, send it into the stewards if you saved your POV and maybe get some positions back. But anyway, moving on to next week, yeah, how do you think you will perform in Singapore?
It's like a lottery, innit? Like, I've got my pace, like, was so good today, but I just need to be out on my own. I need to be in sort of Arno's position, and then I'll be able to get another podium, keep getting podiums. But it's the fact when I have to try and overtake people, I don't know if it's just me, but I seem to always pick up damage on a lot of people. But I'm quite cautious of how I overtake at times, so I'm not sure if it is me, but I need to have a good quality and make sure I don't battle with anyone below like 5th or 6th. Hopefully I might go well. The good people will show me a lot of respect, so I don't think there's any damage. Because Singapore's going to be a tough one to overtake.
Yeah, it's going to be a very tough one, but yeah, like I said, commiserations on today's result, and then yeah, do you have any questions for Jacko Hawk?
No, I think you've already asked him all the questions that I had in mind. Also, just a reminder for anybody in the party or anybody listening, I call it post-race ceremony has been set up, so if anybody wants to join it, we're going to start in about 1 minute.
Alright, I'll just join that then, but yeah, Jacko, commiserations on today's result, and good luck next week.
Yeah, I appreciate it, guys. Cheers.
No problem. Moving on to the next driver, who is it Ballboy? It is Ballboy. Or is it Oliver? Oliver, I can't remember who finished in front. Oh, Ballboy. Ballboy, well, today your strategy didn't quite work out like it did in Belgium. Tell talk us through why you made the strategy call? Because was there any sort of form of full wet tires predicted, or?
Well, yeah, I mean, first of all, this is the biggest disaster since last year's Singapore Grand Prix for me when I got taken out. But yeah, so, yeah, Jeff said it was heavy rain, so obviously that meant going onto the wets, but apparently not. So, there we go. So, Jeff, I have to, speak to him afterwards, because that was entirely his fault. I don't know why he said it was, like, heavy rain and the full wets were slower than the inters. Yeah, I don't know, but yeah, that's the main thing that cost me, but I could have at least got some more points if it wasn't for being squeezed onto the curb. And yeah, some of these curbs in Russia, for some reason, are a bit like Monza, so you just get flung up in the air, and that's what happens. So a potential P6 looking at the penalties, because I had no penalties. Yeah, it's a shame really, but oh well.
Yeah, obviously you guys are now losing out quite a lot of points in both the Constructors' Championship and you, of course, in the Drivers' Championship. Do you think it's over at this point, or do you think you can still bounce back in Singapore?
Well, of course, I'm probably a lot closer in my own standings, which haven't worked out like in ages. But no, I think constructors. That's the frustrating thing, though, is that it should have been a much better result if it wasn't for Jeff. So yeah, 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 exactly. So a double disaster. The thing is, at least we got some points, So although it's just looking at the glass half full as much as you can, it's just we'll just have to move on to the next race and just hope that, this is the last bit of bad luck for the season.
Actually, insane how you can always stay so positive. But
Yeah.
yeah, commiserations on today's result, and I'm gonna move over again to T-Hawk. Do you have any questions for Ballboy, or?
Well taken guess. Other than just major commiserations, you were looking very fast. You and your teammate both, for that fact, were looking just incredibly fast. So it's just a shame to see that it didn't work out for your team today.
Yeah, well, at least I got a point, so at least there's like something to show for this race, and not nothing. Which I thought at one point I'd get no points. It was looking really bad when I was like 20 seconds behind before the final safety car came out.
Yeah, well, like I said, big commiserations on today's result, and good luck next week.
Yep, thanks for commentary.
No problem. And we're gonna move on to the last man, Oliver, the man who brought in T-Hawk. Oliver, just talk us through your race. It was not the race you were hoping for as a team and as an individual as well.
Not really, no. Unfortunately, it was mostly based on trying to get at least a point to say goodbye to T-Hawk. And it is a bit hard to see you go away, T-Hawk. It is a bit hard. After me and you having a lot of, spirits in the FRL, mate, all I can just say, mate, I wish you the best of luck. That's all I can say. Thank you for doing everything. With the racing, though, and all that, I felt a bit better off going to have medium traction control after the whole incident with Rackler and Imola. And qualifying went alright, but then the car, halfway through, I decided to turn off traction control and I felt more quicker, and then I just kept spinning and I thought, no, I'm better off starting medium traction control in the rest of the season now. So yeah, race was alright. After I went in the pits, changed it to mediums just so I can get used to mediums and hopefully do well. I was just gaining on everyone on the back of the grid. Halfway through, I think Ballboy spun what made this Luke's fault assisted loop slowdown, and I broke my front wing. And I was basically trying to fight for P12 for Sark after turn 4 or after turn 4, trying to go on the around the outsides. Almost got squeezed into the wall, but at the end of the day, at least I've finished the race. That's the main bit. I can't be too mad about that.
At least you finished the race well. Quite positive as well as Bobo is, but yeah, looking forward to next race in Singapore. I don't know if the Constructors' Championship is over, but I think you guys as McLaren are already out of it. But how do you think you will do there?
I just want to try and get points. I can't remember the last time I got points, and I'm really been feeding for the points. So that's the main goal now, and hopefully I can get points. I'll get close in Imola in qualifying, start in P5, then lose it on not even the start of turn 1, just on a straight. But I'm just hoping to just get high points now, just get any sort of points, even bloody 1 point or the fastest lap at this point.
Alright, well it's a pretty clear vision. Do you have any questions, Hulk, for Oliver?
Do you think that you did say earlier that you didn't have a lot of practice around here, if any? Do you think that maybe with some practice and without traction control, or maybe with traction control, you could have done anything better here?
I feel like if I had a little bit more practice on it, I would have been a bit more comfortable. But the fact after Rackler's gone up the back end of me, and also just not getting a lot of good starts hardly no more, it's just been really hard just to at least get some good starts and just keeping the car on the road. And that's where I feel like my consistency is just going downhill. So I've decided just to go on medium traction control, and just so I don't spin out, and just so I could just keep staying more in the race and just let everyone else make mistakes and just give me more of an opportunity to finish higher in the race.
Of course, as you know, consistency is the key in the race, and if that helps improve your consistency, then obviously it's logical to do that. Also, I'd just like to thank you in a personal note for bringing me in years ago. Everything without the experience in this league is probably wouldn't have been possible without you. So really, thank you a lot for bringing me in for GT Sport back in 2019.
Oh, mate, don't. You can't feel like I'm going to cry in a minute.
I tell you what.
It's so emotional, mate.
I tell you what. Let's not finish round here. Let's finish on the pit straight.
I want to do some donuts on the finish line with my German helmet on.
We need to go 6 wide.
Right, how many's here? How many's here?
6.
I have no clue.
Oh, I say.
Alright, fight better. Right, I tell you what. Everyone catch up. Everyone catch up. Yeah, Teok will lead us, but us 5 will be 5 wide. You lead the way.
If we can. Yeah, he's leaving.
This is obviously.
He's gonna stay. He's gonna stay on the server. He's not gonna be racing.
Obviously, the last race.
He won't be racing.
I'm gonna join. Also, for the viewers, in case you didn't know, that's a great insight. If we still have anybody watching at this point, I'll be leaving for the army in 2 days. When I come back, I probably won't have time to race. So yeah, if you're wondering why everybody is doing donuts around me, that's why that idea was actually suggested by Lou for F1, and then a lot of guys in F3 said, you know, why just do it in one tier if you can do it in every tier, so...
I mean,
when I'm looking back right now, I'm actually teaming up seeing that.
Four of us did race with you in F2 last season.
Yeah.
I tell you what, I mean, to be honest, I don't know, don't care if the stream is still running or not. Some of us has been here for a good few seasons, few years. You've really been like a part of FRL. to many people's expectations. Been like, I can hear Oliver tearing up. I think, but I think we all feel it because you have been a good man to everyone here. Even though there's been some ups and lows, but that's the joy of racing, and that's the joy of making new friends here, and we're clearly showing that for you and to anyone else in the future. And saying that, let's go and do some donuts.
Yeah.
I know. I'm still gonna be a dickhead to him during the race tomorrow. Days. And I don't think he will change that either. But yeah, to be honest, mate, it's been a joy. Yeah, been a joy to race with. Yeah, and to be honest,
I'm not the best with donuts.
No, I'm not. But the thing is, though, I don't care if this is.
Should we go to turn 1? So there's more space.
Right. No. Right, listen. Like T-Hawk,
Yeah.
you might have been like racing for like years, but never say goodbye, mate. Because if you're saying goodbye, that means forever. And I'm pretty sure you're not gone forever, mate.
Yeah, I'm not gone forever, but I know for a fact that I won't be racing, and I don't know how useful I'll be as a steward or as an admin, considering the kind of time schedule that I would have in the future. So I don't know what I'll do in this league in the future, if I still be here in the future. But I know certainly that I won't race anymore,
Right.
which is...
Anyway,
Yeah.
to end on a high, we are gonna end the stream, and we are all gonna thank T-Hawk for an incredible time he has served FRL as obviously a commentator, steward, owner, you name it, he has been it. We
Not
will
me.
Well, it's not me either. I just see Charlie fly at me. Cheers, Charlie.
see
Hang
you
on.
when you've done all your army things, and we wish you the best of luck in the future.
Hilk, for one
And
last time, you shall receive one more
saying
hit.
that, we are gonna end
Now fucking.
and see
There's your last hit.
all the
Right.
viewers next
GG
time.
T-Hawk, you've done amazing for FRL. Brilliant.
Like I say,
See-
mate, it was great to work with you, mate. It really was.
See everyone next
I tell you
time
what,
around.
before we go then, should we just do the circle round T-Hawk and get a screenshot?
Yeah.
Yeah,
This
please.
is going to be on TikTok, I believe.
Yeah, this is gotta go on TikTok.
Well, can you stop
Match out.
ramming
At
me?
least-
For fuck's sake?
Yeah,
Well, I'm
at
going to be
least
right
I'm
beside
gonna
us,
end the
T-Hawk,
stream.
for the helmet.
At least I'm gonna end the
Proper
stream. So
Germany.
thanks everyone for watching, and drop a like for T-Hawk, and see you more tomorrow, where you will obviously where everyone will be cheering for his last and final race and day in FRL. See you tomorrow, 7 p.m. BST time on FRL.